Greetings, everybody. This is Annie M. Kidwai, and you're watching Vertex, the solution of every need. I hope you all are doing wonderfully well and taking great care of yourselves. To know more about me, check vertexthesolution.com and you will find all the details about me there. I'm going to talk in Hindi, English, Urdu, all the languages here, as I keep on speaking on different languages to connect with everybody out there, everyone out there. I'll start with a beautiful story by Sadat Hassan Manto, The Dog of Tithwal, if you have read it. If you haven't, you should read the beautiful story. Sadat Hassan Manto में थोड़ा सा context देना चाहूँगी. He was a Pakistani writer during partition of 1947 between India and Pakistan. He had written this story about a dog who doesn't have the knowledge or doesn't identify itself whether he is from what side, being a loving creature, the creature by nature. He doesn't know what sides to choose. But because of the conflict, that's the story I'm giving the context about. क्योंकि ये कहानी को मैंने पढ़ाया भी है. The dog was killed. Initially, the dog was welcomed from both sides of the conflict. They fed the dog the food. Eventually, because the dog couldn't identify which side the dog was, and sometimes he used to walk towards the Pakistani border, so soldiers used to feed him the food. Sometimes he used to move to the Indian border and the soldiers used to feed him the food. In that context, the suspicion occurred that the dog might be a spy. Once he was shot, he got wounded and then killed in the conflict. So dog is a metaphor here. Who gets killed are the ordinary people. The theme here is about nationalism, humanity, which the soldiers from both sides show towards that animal, despite the conflict. Manto's work, the stories or the books written by him was quite controversial, and it's for mature people who can understand the theme deeply. If you see the current situation around us, whether you take the Israel-Palestine war, terrorist attacks, or the current the Israel-Iran-US war at the moment, ethical leadership is highly important for ordinary people to survive. People do not wish to fight with each other, but the context of human psychology make people to feel jealous of each other, to feel insecure about each other, to feel who has more in the plate. It's not in the context of a particular region I'm talking about. It's the human psychology of every human on the planet. But there should be some solution to this. There should be some pause and there should be some kind of a stop to this. And we, the people, need to find the solution and a pause and a stop to it. How can we find it? Because there is no end of the argument. It will keep on going and going and going and going. How an educated intellectual classes who are highly qualified people, who are intellectual people, who are, the core of any society can find a way to live in peace with each other. That's a very big question to understand. inevitably there are injustices, there are traumas, there are historical injustices, historical trauma people face from all sides in a conflict. So neither anyone is an enemy in the conflict, nor anybody is, a person who can be held accountable alone. So there is some form of accountability to maintain peace and order in the society on each one of us. I write poetry, I talk about human psychology, I teach, I'm an educator, I'm a progressive minded woman, and I believe progressive society can only be the future of the society above the restrictions or above the I would say I'm not finding the appropriate word to express my thought here about religion. It's something for self, and if it is not bringing peace to you, you need to find a solution to that solution somewhere that it should bring peace to you. As a human, I feel that any religion in the world can bring peace to you if you practice it in the right way. And you must have to find the right way. And here comes the ethical leadership. Whether in organization, in healthcare, in politics, in education, in any part, in any sector of human society, without ethics, there cannot be restorative justice and restitution at the same time. We need to find ways in the society to coexist with each other. It's not a jungle or a zoo. Eventually, people's personality, humans' personality is like that. They want power, they want control, they want dominance on one another. They want to show that the superiority on each other. But does it bring any kind of satisfaction overall? We label people in the society as narcissistic or not, and they have narcissism because, or we tag them or label them something. I don't think so. Even with the labels, with the tags, reading human psychology, we could find a solution to coexist with each other. And that's one of the biggest flaw, one of the biggest, I would say, loophole of education, that the more educated you become, the more resourceful you become, the more skilled you become, you fail to coexist with each other. And that's how the Siddharth Hassan Manto's story is a huge critique. Irrespective of the sides, it's irrespective of the conflict, and irrespective of what the context is. The context, the broader context, is the conflict of coexistence. So there has to be some limitation or some form of control on our ego, on the perception of superiority on each other, on the perception of to dominate or control one another. I don't think so. Society can coexist with each other. If there's a red light and it's a law to stop your car at the red light, we need to develop the discipline and patience to stop at the red light. And at the same time, if somebody loses control of their vehicle on road, or a bit of scratch mistakenly, someone scratch a vehicle while driving on the road mistakenly, and the person still apologizes, human can't, restore their anger, or I would not say restore, I would say control their anger or frustration that they went out on each other by abusing each other. And then when they can't abuse humans, they start abusing animals. When they can't abuse animals, they start abusing the environment, nature, climate. There has to be some form of pause on the uncontrollable urges of greed, selfishness, control, hunger for power, or acceptance of one another's successes and the good things that happen. Can we start this habit to feel happy for each other for what they're doing in their life? Can we start feeling happy to wish each other with respect, kindness, and empathy? Can we develop the habit to maintain law and order and discipline in the society, starting and beginning with our own children first? I think we have to take this pledge both on moral and ethical grounds to make the society a better place to live together. Thank you so very much for watching this and supporting my channel, subscribing my channel, leaving your comments. It means a lot to me. I'm an educator by profession. These are my thoughts this Sunday when I see and read the news around, and I wanted to talk about it. Have a great day. Thank you. Take care.